Government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura has landed in trouble after having posted what many have referred to as a useless kind of content in his social media accounts, bearing in mind the kind of position he holds, the kind of dignity and respect that should come with his position in government. I just want to read you the tweet so that we can be on the same page. Catching up with my friend Charlene Chalagat Ruto at the sublimes of the 53rd Independence Day celebrations of the United Arab Emirates, UAE. Energy, passion, vision, all together in one person. And accompanying that tweet was an image of Isaac Mwaura and Charlene Ruto sitting around one table. And we can see that Isaac Mwaura is looking directly into the eye of Charlene Ruto. And Charlene Ruto is also doing the same thing, looking directly in the eye of Isaac Mwaura. The other photo we can see also that was accompanying the tweet was that of Mwaura and Charlene Ruto sharing a meal. I think this looks like chicken. I don't know, but they are sharing that meal, and there are also some drinks on the table. At the culmination of it all, there's another photo where the government spokesperson has posted of the two of them posing together, shaking hands, also with other diplomats, as you can see. Now, great consequences have come after the government spokesperson decided to post this photo. Remember, the office of the government spokesperson is an office that is regarded with high dignity, high respect, and high accountability. And it is expected that a person of such caliber ought to check clearly what he speaks. A person of such caliber ought not to just tweet anything. A person of such caliber ought not to just tweet personal stuff in the official government spokesperson social media accounts. And this has made people to be extremely outraged. People have become very angry. And I just want to read you a few of the tweets and a few of the backlashes and blastings that Kenyans on social media had to say after the government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura had posted such kind of tweet. Many have referred to such a tweet as nonsense and uncalled for. I just want to read to you a few of the reactions. Ali Norikwena says that with due respect, friendly affairs and activities should be posted on personal pages. We have higher and more serious expectations on what is posted on the official pages of the office of the government spokesperson. There's another guy called Wambugu. This guy says that power has gotten into the skulls of these people to an extent of using government social media handles for personal use. No wonder Farouk has state-assigned security, chase cars with the Kenyan flag, media coverage, while no one actually knows which position he holds. I believe this is very true of this person. I fully agree with that. There's another guy who says that, Dear Mwaura, hautasaidika wewe. We can't have you use this handle for personal praises. This is supposed to be an official handle. I just want to read the final one. Let me just look for it. Another one says that, my big question is, why UAE? Mnatuona kama wajinga nyinyi. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I want us to look at how Isaac Mwaura played around with this job by posting what he posted that we've already discussed. I want us to look into the matter of how Isaac Mwaura played around with his position and the consequences that will come thereof. Job number one, as a government spokesperson, he ought to have been listening to Kenyans. That is the role number one of a government spokesperson. What he should be doing is to be listening to Kenyans. And he can be listening to Kenyans through his social media accounts. He can just post a question on Twitter and then people will be responding, or maybe he can conduct a poll on Twitter and Kenyans will be responding. And through that, he will be getting reactions and a lot of ideas and opinions from the Kenyan people. So one responsibility of the government spokesperson, or rather the government public relations expert, is to be a good listener. So Mwaura played around with this job. By posting what he posted, he was not a good listener. The job of a government spokesperson is synonymous with the job of a public relations expert. Now, this job requires somebody who is listening, somebody who can listen to the people so that he can take good feedback to the head of state. Isaac Mwaura is required to be a listening kind of person. He needs to be listening to the ground so that he can give feedback to the president. Now, instead of listening, he is busy posting nonsense like what we have seen. What the government spokesperson ought to have done, he could as well post maybe queries, he could be asking questions on Twitter, and he could maybe having a dedicated staff who would just be going through the reactions so that he can just sample a few of them and take to the head of states. Number two, a principal job of a government spokesperson is to deliver information to Kenyans. This information needs to be factual. This information needs to be consistent. This information needs to be transparent. This information needs to be honest. All that Kenyans all over the country want to hear about is what the government is doing to lower the cost of living, what the government is doing to ensure that the influx of graduates who are coming out of public universities will secure the jobs. All that Kenyans want to hear is what the government is doing to ensure that there is drugs and medicines in public hospitals and that teachers are well compensated and that their working environments are fair and good. But instead of the government spokesperson giving factual information about all this, he is busy posting about how he is having a good time with Charlene Ruto. Now, the government spokesperson has failed because he has not been delivering information to Kenyans. Remember, number one, we said that he should be listening to Kenyans. And listening here doesn't mean that he has to go to the streets and maybe gather information. We are in the digital age of social media. You can just post a reaction, you can just post a tweet, and then people will react to it, and then you sample ideas and views. And this tweet that you post must be related to something that Kenyans are genuinely interested in. That was number one. Number two, we have said that the spokesperson slept on his job because he failed to inform Kenyans. Instead of delivering factual, relevant information, he posted what you saw that he posted. Now, number three, another principal role of a government spokesperson is to encourage and compel the government to take action. Now, how will he be able to do this? He will only be able to compel the government to take action if he has been listening to the people, if he has been delivering factual information that enables the people to relay to him information and advices that will enable him to gauge exactly what the people, the kind of services that the people would want from the government. Now, Isaac Mwaura is not encouraging the government, or rather compelling the government to take any action. Instead, we saw him the other day, not long ago, he issued a statement forcing the people to believe that the cost of unga and other basic commodities have gone down. We saw that. I remember that day when the president was presiding over an event at the Supreme Court of Kenya. Later on, afterwards, Isaac Mwaura delivered, I think, a 3-page statement forcing people to believe that the cost of living has gone down. Now, instead of the government spokesperson giving factual information to the president that it is even more hell than when they were in power, he is busy telling the president, massaging the president, and giving the president the kind of information that the president would want to hear. He has been moving around singing songs of praises to the head of state instead of delivering services to the people. Now, more importantly, as people have highlighted, it is very important for the government spokesperson to realize that the official social media handles of the office of the spokesperson of the government belongs to the state. And when he retires from that position, he will not go with that account. That account will be assigned to somebody who will be nominated, or rather who will be appointed by the president to take up that position. So it is important for him to learn that power is transient, nothing is permanent, and that you have to go slow on issues. At the end of the day, guys, this is just my opinion. Do let me know your thoughts and ideas in the comment section below. And if you're watching for the first time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can get more informative content such as this. If politics is something that excites you, you can also go over to my channel, my YouTube channel, so that you can search all the other videos that I've created about recent political, governance, and policy issues in our country, Kenya.